Well, China wants to strengthen its ties with the EU. The EU bloc has overtaken ASEAN as China's biggest trading partner. In 2021, the two did more than $700 billion worth of trade. And so as Beijing sees it, it wants to underscore the mutual benefit of strengthening this relationship. Now, this is going to be a very tense meeting because although you've got trade and things like climate change and environmental cooperation also on the agenda, the EU is really going to want to talk about Ukraine. Specifically, it's going to try to get China on board with supporting Western sanctions against Russia. Now, the problem is China is a very friendly strategic partner, it says, of Moscow. Just this week, we had Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Beijing meeting with China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, and China reiterated its stance that the two have a relationship with no limits. And of course, before that, just a few weeks before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, we had Vladimir Putin visit Beijing and speak with President Xi Jinping face to face. So the EU is really going to be pressing Beijing during this virtual summit on its relationship with Russia. It's going to want assurances that Beijing is not going to become an economic lifeline for Moscow. It's not going to help it sidestep Western sanctions or provide any military aid, something that Beijing has so far denied it will do. And it's also going to say, well, if you do any of those things, it could jeopardize our trading relationship.
And of course, the China-EU relations weren't exactly great before the Ukraine crisis, were they?
That's right. It's been a very rocky relationship. In 2019, EU officials started describing their relationship with China as a systemic rival, something that Beijing very much took issue with. And then we had this investment agreement. Now, this was negotiated for years, and at the end of 2020, these negotiations finally came to an end. But it kind of collapsed at that point because we had the EU then sanction several Xinjiang officials over the treatment of the Muslim Uyghur population, and then China hit back with its own reciprocal sanctions. And after that, there was no further move on that investment treaty. And also, we've had a lot of tensions and anger over China's treatment of EU member Lithuania. China has imposed a lot of unofficial trade blocks on the imports of Lithuanian imports because Lithuania has allowed Taiwan to open a de facto embassy in its capital.
All right, Katrina, leave it there for the moment. Thanks a lot. Katrina Yu reporting.